What's going on, J-Team? It's your boy Justin coming out with a new video. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Thank you for the 2 new subscribers that have joined the J-Team family. I come to you guys with a new video. So what I have here is I promised you guys I'd do a Nintendo Switch video. Well, I already worked on the Switch once. It got liquid damage. It worked for a while and has died again and quit working. So I want to make a video showing you guys how to repair liquid damage on a Nintendo Switch. Now, lots of the repairs that need to be done to these require bar level repair, which require soldering stations and just all the equipment. This is going to be without using that equipment. Okay, so here's the switch. Legit Nintendo Switch. I have a game in it and stuff like that, so what I'm going to do is just pull the Joy-Cons off. I'm just going to pull them off the sides. Joy-Cons have power in them, as I'll show you. See, they have power. They're even showing connected to the console. But let me show you something. See how it shows connected? Look at the screen, black. So there's no picture. Oh, and it just shut off. So there's power in both these Joy-Cons. I'm going to show you. For this one, not connecting. The other one did, but both those Joy-Cons work good. That's not what got shorted out. It's right here, and this is the exciting part. So, also, just to show you guys here, I have a legit, I'll show you close up here. Sorry, it goes this way. I don't know if you guys can see that, I hope you can see it. Nintendo power supply, proper power supply. Now, I normally use isopropyl alcohol cleaning solution to clean these boards. But what I found that works way better than that stuff is this. Dollar store bought Zippo lighter fluid. It evaporates quicker and it cleans a lot better. 10 times better than any alcohol cleaner I've used. So this is what's going to be used on this switch. Okay, so to take the switch apart, you will need a Nextech. Here, I'll show you the back of it. This is a Nextech cell phone repair kit, screwdriver kit. So Nextech cell phone repair tool kit. You can buy them online. You can buy them. I'm not sure if the Source would still have them, but they might. Best Buy might have some tools. Or you can go on ifixit.ca and they have awesome tools there. And you can get toolkits that have every single bit and way better screwdrivers than this. But this will do the trick, and this is about 30 bucks. And I'll just show you the driver. So this is a driver. It's made out of solid metal, not solid metal, but it's metal. So it's a really good driver. It's needs a little oil. What I need to find is, you see we have small bits like this. This is a Phillips bit. It's hard to see because it's so small. But one screwdriver you'll have to buy off eBay or Amazon is this. This is called a Nintendo bit screwdriver. Now, I'll show you a close-up look. I don't know if you guys can see that. It is a very special bit, but it's not. Sorry if you guys can't see that very well, but it's a very special one that allows you to take the 4 screws that are in the back of the Switch apart. You can also, this is also made to allow you to take apart the Nintendo Wii and consoles like that. So what I like to do is I like to start with this screwdriver. So let's go into the holes. The 4 holes that are in the back. Okay. stick it in there, and you just put a little pressure, not too much, and it just unthreads. I'll show you the screw afterwards here. It just fell on there. It's a pretty small screw. Here's the screw. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the grooves in that. Put it up close there. I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah, this is a... Here, I'm going to try to... Can this magnetize? There. So that's the size of the screw that goes in the back. See how long it is? Yeah. So you just take those out. So you want to take the 4 screws out of the back, okay? Now, I'm just gonna... Sometimes these screws can be a little bit of a pain to get out, but so far it's been okay with me taking them out. I haven't stripped them out or anything, so... Now, Nintendo Switch is quite a compact game console because it's not just a handheld, it's also a system you can connect to the TV. So, of course, the console needs to have a pretty high-tech board in it. Now, one thing I need to grab is some CPU compound. I'm going to have to put some of that in there. I'm not even sure if the CPU compound is even in there right now. I hope there is. That could be why it died. Okay, so then the next job I like to do, I'm going to point this out to you guys so you can see what, so right where the screw, I'm going to make sure I'm pointing to the right screw. See where the screwdriver tip is pointing? Right here. If you take that single screw on that rail out there, and then on the other side, take that screw out right there, and then take out the Phillips screws around here, the back comes off. You don't have to take all these screws out, just the one in the middle. The one right in the middle on each side. So then there's right here, and here's a couple screws, Phillips. There's a Phillips screw right here, and underneath the door here for the kickstand, we pop that up, and right here is another screw. Okay, you just want to take all those screws out. So I'm going to go ahead and take the screws out. Magnetize. Oh, I see there's a speaker right there, so it's giving me a little trouble. I want to show you how big this screw is. Check out how big that screw is. I don't even know if you guys will be able to see it. There's a screw right there on the tip. It's that tiny. So it is a different length from the others. I'm going to take one of these out and show you how long these are. It's not magnetized. Let's see if I can hold it in place here. Yeah, just like that. So that's what that screw looks like right there. Okay? Now careful, they're not magnetized, so make sure you're over your table because the screw will just drop out, and if it gets lost, it's gone. You know, like if it, depending whether you have a tile floor or not. So I'm finally doing a switch video. I mean, when it got liquid damage, it's totally accidental. It wasn't on purpose. And I did whatever I could. I had this actual entire switch apart, everything. I took every detail part you could take apart on the Nintendo Switch console tablet, I've had apart, and did a really good job. But I'm going to do another look over on it. So then, after you get all the screws out, and those are ready. Oh, did I take the middle? See, that's one thing that was, look, I haven't took those middle ones, taken those middle ones out yet, so I'm going to do so, and I want to show you the length of those screws too. So that's one little mistake I made. So there's what those screws look like, okay? Alright, and they're Phillips, these ones here. I'm just going to take those two out. And I'll show you again, right where they came out. See, right in the middle there, I took that screw out. And you do that on both sides, and after taking the other screws off around it, check this out. Have a look at this. It lifts right off, just like that. And I'll show you. See right here? See this? That's that middle screw I was talking about on the rails. So you just take that middle screw out on each side and you're ready to go. Okay? So I'm going to put that off to the side. Actually, I'll put right off to the side. That's what I use to clean the circuits. I'm gonna put some of these on. Better be safe than sorry, right? Zippo fluid can be pretty dangerous. So, and I have little cuts on my hand, so it's better not to get it in those cuts. So I'm gonna put on a pair of vinyl protective gloves. So I don't want to get, you know, that stuff in my cuts on my hand, and I would rather, you know, also not get, you know, the oily fingerprints all over the circuitry of the switch. So, I mean, it's not going to do too much harm. It's just going to, you know. So, anyway, after you take the back piece off, here's what you have. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. This is what it looks like afterwards, okay? So, let me see if I can see from here. Yeah, okay. So right here, we're going to have a screw right there. Screw right here. Let's see. Yeah, and then a screw right here and here. Screw in the middle right there. You're going to have a screw holding this in place. Down in this corner, I believe, there's another screw. And after that, this whole panel comes off. Okay? And they're all the same length screw in this metal plate. Alright? So, I'm going to go ahead and take the screws out. And I should say this to everyone watching my videos. Please don't rush this stuff. Take your time. If you rush this, you're going to break your switch more than it is. Take your time. And the more time you take, and carefully, you know, oh, and also remember to take pictures before you take everything apart. Take a picture. It helps big time. I've just done a few switches before this one, so I know how to take the switch apart, you know. And if I didn't do that, well, there's other YouTube videos I can go on and say, okay, so this is how it comes apart. And then after I watch that, I'm like, okay, so then I learn from that a little bit. Once I learn, I have a fellow tech that puts videos up on YouTube, and I can watch those videos if I need to, even pause them, whatever I need to do. Once I learn enough, then I don't need to watch those videos anymore. I just do it all by memory. And that's exactly what's happened here. I learned everything I'm doing by memory, but I like to help everybody watching here wants to fix their broken console. And it doesn't have to be water damage or liquid damage. It can be you just need to replace your battery, or maybe a few other components. It's really not that hard to fix Nintendo Switches unless you have to do board level repair. Then it gets a little trickier, okay? And one day we'll have the equipment, and then I can, you know, learn how to do the extreme repairing, which what I'll show you components of what I'm talking about extreme. Like, these components are so small that you legitimately have to have a microscope to see close up to the solder tracks or the solder terminals. And see, I may know a little bit of stuff, but I'm still learning. One key thing, remove the game. So the game I got here, it's a good game. I'm sure lots lots of people watch my video that have a Switch have this game, Mario Kart 8. Very good game, never had a problem with this. Now that game wasn't in it when it got water damage. I had The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in it when it was water damaged, and I actually fixed that game. It did quit working, and I did fix it, and the game has been good since. It's just the console here that's not very happy. Oh, and another thing, when you have your Nintendo Switch apart, be sure before doing any work on the circuitry or anything around it, disconnect the battery. Make sure you disconnect the battery from the main board, because you don't want to short anything out. So then this right here, I'm going to show you this. See this little piece? It flips up. This is your micro SD. You could get a little sponger in there, pop that up. What I do is I lift this up with the fingernail or the edge of using my glove like that. Go like that. Get my finger underneath it and give it a gentle pull upwards. And just like that, she's nicely disconnected without breaking anything. So once again, I'll show you this part. Here's what the part looks like. Okay. Oops, sorry about that. And that's what the other side looks like. Okay. I'm going to put this over here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that part, but I'll put it right there. So it's right, the part's right here. Okay. Let's move the Zippo lighter fluid over just a little more. This stuff is great. I tell you, the phone I'm actually making the video on right now had extreme water damage and it wouldn't even turn on. And I used the Zippo lighter fluid on it, and guess what? Phone's still working. And there's some pretty bad corrosion in there. So, pretty soon I will be making some more cell phone repair videos. And eventually I'm going to have an actual camera. There'll be YouTube Wi-Fi, YouTube and Wi-Fi capable. So it'll be like a proper camera. But for now, I mean, I'm using a Samsung Galaxy S3. And it's actually making not bad videos, you know. But before all this, I had an old, either it's a Sony or JVC video camera with the old tapes. And I tell you, that did a pretty good job too. Okay, so here's what the panel looks like. Remove the metal panel, okay. And last but behold, the exciting part that we've all been waiting for. The inside of the Nintendo Switch. So here's your battery, heatsink, where the APU is, our fan. This is your memory card, your onboard memory, which will have your game saves and the operating system of the Switch in it. The APU and the RAM system memory is going to be in there, like the RAM chips and stuff like that. And your battery. Make sure you disconnect this before working on anything else, which is what I'm going to do right now. So I'm just going to take, do I have a plastic tool? I do. You know what I call these spudgers? I call them board breakers, because they break boards so easily. So you gotta be so careful with these. But they're plastic and they can't short things. So I know how to carefully go in there. Now when you want to disconnect the battery, let's see if I can do this on camera. So here's the pry tool. So I just go in the side here. See what I'm doing here? And I just give it a pull. And give it a pull, give it a little bit of a pull upwards. And there you go, disconnected. Give a little pull backwards with your finger. Now you're safe to work on your Switch. And it's not going to short out, okay? So what we're doing with this Nintendo Switch, is removing this, the main board. We're taking it right out. And I'm going to do a nice cleaning on it. I'm also going to look at the LCD screen ribbon cable, the digitizer ribbon cable, and a few other cables. And I'm going to look at the HDMI video processor chip. That's why I just am going to call it right now, because I can't quite remember what my fellow tech was calling that. So I'm just gonna, I may have to make a part 2 here, depending on how much memory my phone only has 16 gigabytes built in, but then I also have a 16 gigabyte SD card in the phone, so that should buy me a little bit of extra time to make a video a little bit longer. Let me know in the comments down below whether I should keep making part 1, part 2, or just one long video of this. Oh, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to take the 3 screws to the heatsink out. So we have a screw right there, screw here, and a screw here. These ones are all the same length. And they're little silver screws. So I'm just trying to decide whether the board actually needs to fully come out or not, because on the other side of the board, let me get the heatsink out. Okay, heatsink. I'm going to flip it the other way. So that's what your heatsink looks like. Okay, put that off to the side, and this is what it looks like afterwards. So there's the core mirror, the APU. Now if you've never had your switch open, it'll have a metal film over top the APU mirror here. Underneath that metal film is going to be more CPU grease. That can dry out over time. But, you know, it's fairly rare that that causes an overheating. It's usually the stuff that's on top of that metal mesh, right? And then on top of the back of the heatsink. So I'm just going to, let's see, what do I want to remove next? So I'm going to also now remove this guy, which is our gain card reader and headphone jack. So I'm going to, oh yeah, so there's a screw here and 2 screws here. You just take those out, this plastic piece comes off, and they're also the same length screws. So you just, hope you guys can see me taking the screws out here. I'm trying to allow you guys to see the screw removal and all that. But yeah, I have a very positive feeling that this Nintendo Switch is going to come back to working order. I don't think I actually have to remove the board all the way out of the Switch. Okay, I need the spudger to disconnect this ribbon cable. This is why I call them board breakers, because there's another connector right there, and I would hate to damage that connector. Pop up. Okay, got it. And then there's one more connector. See, there's this connector right here, and the other one I just undid is the connector right here. Just unplugs. The board breaker's gonna damage that, but I can do it by finger here. There we go. So I just flipped the door right here up so I can pop that out. There we go. So this is what the back of the game's card. Sorry guys. Here we go. So that's what that looks like. Headphone jack. And then here's the other side of it. See, there's little components on there. See that? I'm just going to have a good look, and it looks fine. Everything looks fine with this part. Nothing looks damaged or needing to be cleaned. I'm going to put that over there. Yeah, and the connector there looks fine. That connector is not the screen, it's the, that's a digitizer, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so we got, so this one here, right here, I'll move it here, digitizer, it's fine, no contacts are damaged. So I'm gonna pop up my LCD screen connector nice and gently, because I know they like to break. And they break very, very simply and very easily. They get damaged so easily. It's just like, and when they get damaged, you know, that's, you might as well either just use it for a docking system, or you could buy a new screen, but, you know. Oh, I'm looking at the screen connector and it looks spotless. It looks good. Like the ribbon cable is what I mean. Right here, this ribbon cable. I don't know if you guys can see from there. The ribbon cable right here where my finger's pointing, spotless, nice and shiny, no corrosion. So that's making me wonder if the video card, the video chip may be shorted. Well, I think it's safe to say we give the, okay, so right here, the fan has 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 3 screws. Those are different lengths than the other screws. If I can get it out. I don't know if they're magnetic or not. Check out this screw. That's what that one looks like. They're totally different. Okay, those are fan screws. There's 3 of them. If the video cuts out here, I apologize, because what's going to be happening is there'll be not enough space for it to the video. I'm pretty sure pretty quick here I'm gonna cut out this, I'm gonna stop this one and make part 2, because it's gonna take me a little while to, you know, get everything perfect. Okay, so I also want to let you guys know the fan that's in the switch is not a click-in connector. Let's see, it's this one here. Where my finger's pointing, this finger right here, there's a white connector with a goldish or orangey colored ribbon cable. That is how the fan plugs in, by ribbon cable, not by the wires. Lots of systems have. Oh, sorry, it's a black cable. Just trying to be so fragile with it, because that little door can break off. So here's the little ribbon cable. All in good shape, so that's also the fan. Here's a close-up of the fan there. I'll flip it around. Feel free to pause the video if you want to see the model and the serial and all that, number of that part, just in case you have a switch that, a little warm in here. Anyway, after taking all that out, that's now what the switch looks like. Getting closer. So I'm just going to unplug my memory unit. There we go. It just clips in now. This door here stays adhered to it. And there's your little memory unit. Okay? And of course there's the connector and all that. Off to the side. And that's now what it looks like. Right there's where it unplugged. So now, I'm hoping the switch comes back to life and starts working. One thing I didn't do at the beginning of the video, I should always do this. If you're new to the channel, or perhaps you've watched a lot of videos but you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the videos, click on the thumb up. Also, go on the bell down below, and make sure when you click on it, click on all notifications, so that way you can get all my new videos and uploads and all that. Definitely leave comments down below. I will get back to you. If I don't get back to you right away, that's because I'm doing a lot of other stuff and haven't looked at the comments. I hope you guys are having a great day. And this being said, because I know my phone's going to cut out the video pretty quick, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to end this video and make a part 2. Okay? So I will be back very shortly on part 2.